you tell me a little bit about why you came in today?
Yeah, so I've been kind of dealing with, I guess, a breakup, but the thing is, I've been dating my girlfriend, as you know, for about 4 years, and we got into a really big argument over the weekend, and pretty much she just has cut me off and has not spoken to me in like 3 days.
Okay.
So I've kind of been dealing with that. Well, I haven't really been dealing with it because I kind of just shut down and I haven't been able to like function and do much of anything.
Okay, so you said you guys got into a fight about 3 days ago, it sounds like, and
Yeah.
she broke off the relationship?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and you said that you're not able to function, so have you been going to work? Are you doing your normal activities?
Well, that's the thing. I was scheduled to go to work 2 days ago, but I showed up and I kept crying and I couldn't keep it together. So I had to go home. So I called off for the day and I had to call off for the second day in a row, and my boss isn't really happy, but again, I couldn't keep it together. And
It sounds like you're really struggling with this breakup, and maybe like some emotional things are probably in there too, like feelings of maybe some rejection.
yeah,
Sounds like.
for sure, definitely. It's just really overwhelming, and I feel like really depressed all the time, and I can't really like do anything.
Okay. And that's normal. So when we have these experiences where, we have someone we're connected to and we have something like a breakup or a big change in our relationship, it's normal to have these type of feelings of rejection, sadness, anger, frustration, confusion. There could be even feelings of guilt if you feel like maybe you did something in the past that you haven't been able to make up for and they're not allowing you to.
Yeah.
And those are all normal feelings. So I want to try and exercise with you, if you're willing.
Yeah.
So I want you to just close your eyes and put yourself in a peaceful place. And I want you to tell me an emotion that you are feeling right now.
Really sad.
Really sad. Okay. So I want you to pretend that sad emotion is a wave and it's washing over you.
Okay.
How do you feel?
Really overwhelmed and really like just stuck.
Okay, and now that it's passing by you, it's passing through and it's only to your feet. How are you feeling now?
A little bit better. It doesn't feel as big.
It's big. Okay, so you can open your eyes now. So just like the wave for you was the emotion, I want you to recognize that the emotion is not also you. You're separated from that. And sometimes when we're really emotional, we have trouble regulating our emotions, and it's called emotional dysregulation. And that's where we lose control of our, we've talked about before, the brain, and when the feelings go up,
Yeah.
you lose all that. And so what we have to do sometimes is re-regulate ourselves by letting go of those negative emotions that we're feeling. And that exercise with the wave is a way that we can be mindful and use mindfulness techniques that we've practiced in the past to experience that emotion. And I want you to understand that this is normal. This is a normal feeling that you're going to have when you get into these type of breakups or things like this. So have you been doing any of our mindfulness techniques to help you?
I haven't, just because I haven't been able to do much of anything. But I have thought about them, and just talking through here with you now, I recognize that I can give myself that space when I get back home to try to bring them in.
So remember, we can do the tapping for the grounding, the deep breathing where we breathe in and we breathe out the feeling. And then the one we practiced today, so when you're starting to feel an emotion that you're feeling, it's good to say it out loud and get it outside of our heads. And then once we say it out loud, we've separated it from ourselves. And then we can use the wave technique to let it wash over us to the top as we did, and then as it passes through, it'll help re-regulate you emotionally with that. So
that does feel pretty good.
So what is your plan going forward?
I I guess, I don't know if I should continue to try to reach out to her just to gain some closure, or if I should just kind of end it or just give up. I'm not really sure where to go from here.
So, and I can understand that. What was the last response that they shared with you?
They were just really angry, so they told me not to talk to them anymore. Again, they shut me out, and I think that's why I feel really uneasy, because I didn't get any closure, and I don't know why this came about. I mean, I know it was an argument, but it was just a lot.
Yeah, and I can understand that. And if I were in your shoes, I would probably feel the same way. If I want that closure and not being able to get that can cause me to have feelings of anxiety, frustration,
Yep.
and unanswered questions that you have probably running through your mind. And I know with the things we've worked on here that can trigger other things that we're working towards.
Yeah.
So it may be helpful if this person if she's not willing to hear from you right now, is to do things like we've done journaling in the past. So
yeah,
maybe we just tweak our journaling to writing a letter and getting those emotions out and recognizing all of the emotions you're feeling. So we want to talk about how we're angry about them not responding to you or not being willing to talk, how we're sad, the loneliness that you might be feeling, the rejection. So going through all those emotions and writing those all down will help us re-regulate ourselves.
Yeah.
So that we can go back to functioning as we were before this event. And then at a time where your girlfriend's willing or your ex-girlfriend's willing to talk, you can then share that letter if you feel comfortable at that time.
Okay.
But it helps get it, because when we have the emotions inside, it dysregulates us, and we have trouble controlling how we feel, and then we get into places where our normal daily tasks we can't accomplish those. So by getting them out and validating those emotions, making them real, recognizing this is how I feel. We've talked about before the anger umbrella, where anger is an emotion that we use for a lot of things, but it actually can represent sadness and frustration, loneliness, rejection, pain, guilt. All those things can be covered by the primary feeling that we have in that moment is anger. But all the secondary feelings under that umbrella are what causes the tears and the outbursts and the not wanting to go out. So just like the anger umbrella, there's a sadness umbrella, and that seems to be where you're holding over your head right now, and we've got to pull those other emotions out and get them. I know writing things down has worked well for you, so writing those out and recognizing those may help you.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about what self-care techniques we're going to do after we write all these emotions down.
Okay.
So I want to get you back on your self-care so that way we can get back to functioning. So what are some things that you've been doing?
Again, I haven't really been doing much at all, but I know that we've worked on it before, so I know I could be doing things like playing my ukulele, which I love. So I could try to bring that back. Again, it's been a while, but I could try to bring that into like maybe once or twice a week, just give myself that space. I do really enjoy just like taking days for myself, but I feel like I've done that.
Yeah. And that's okay. Sometimes we need to take that time away from our jobs, and it's important because in that act of you not going to work, you're doing your own self-care because you felt that you needed that time, that quiet time away from all those other stressors. Something else that I want you to try that we haven't really talked about is the sadness kits that are something that I recommend sometimes to clients. And so what that includes is like maybe your favorite movie or your favorite show and a snack and some tissues and some other things that you really like that make you feel good. Comfy pajamas, fuzzy socks. And you're going to feel sad if you guys aren't able to work past this and it stays how it stands, that you guys are not together. It's not going to go away tomorrow, the sadness or the pain, the frustration. So if you have sadness kits made, and when you have those moments, you can live in that moment for that time and feel that emotion and
Mm-hmm.
be sad and watch your movie and cry and pig out on the junk food.
Mm-hmm.
But then just like with the wave exercise, as it washes over you, as the movie ends and you run out of snacks, we bring ourselves back to the present time and
Mm-hmm.
let that emotion be separate from who we are and be a part of just our overall
Yeah,
experience. So
that's really good.
yeah, so do you think that would be something that you might be able to try out this week?
Yeah, I have a few movies in mind.
Oh, okay. What movies are you?
Probably Mean Girls, because it always makes me laugh.
That's a good one.
I don't know, just probably some comedies.
Yeah. For me, a good one is, have you ever seen A Walk to Remember?
Yes.
Yes, that's a good one that I would definitely
Yeah, get all in our feels.
want to try. Well, I have to say I really like, even though you said that you're not functioning well, you look really nice today. Your hair is eyeshadow and everything's on point. So
Thank you.
I think you're holding up better than you see. So we just want to make sure we're working on our emotions and trying to regulate those when we feel dysregulated, and that we're using mindfulness and grounding techniques when we feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And practice our self-care to reward ourselves for getting through our tough days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
well, let's hug and we can end the session.
Thank you.